Hey guys, Dane from Scoggin-Dickey Parts Center, and it's time for some new parts. We have in front of me are some new throttle bodies from our friends over at Nick Williams. And so these throttle bodies are actually an evolution based on the existing throttle body lineup that we have for our LS platform. It's the 103 millimeter throttle body setup. And so for you guys that are maybe keen-eyed or maybe saw this at PRI, there's a little bit of something extra going on here. And so this has actually got a built-in groove for an O-ring. And so this is a dual O-ring throttle body design. So this isn't exactly novel or new whenever it comes down to things in the performance world, but it is something new for the Nick Williams lineup, just because of the fact that I do have some friends, and I've seen it elsewhere, that they either are doing the stuff on their own because they just do it in their own garage, or they're a shop owner and they have builds that are going on that they have to disassemble, especially these electronic throttle bodies. They disassemble the throttle body, take the electronics out, and then they have to tack and slowly weld painstakingly their own flanges onto these throttle bodies. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of shop time as well. And so whenever you're speccing stuff out for customers and planning ahead, and you're like, dude, that's gonna take me, an hour or two or whatever. I don't know how long it takes you guys, but you're still gonna be able to do it faster than I can, because I don't even have a welder. But anyway, this is a really nice option for you guys. These are nice and short as far as the height on the throttle body. That way it's not sticking out too terribly far, because I know some of you guys will also do installations on cars that have, they don't have a whole lot of real estate for the nose. Maybe you've got a really tight radius coming in off of your charge piping from your intercooler, and you can't really pull off, having a really long snout on your throttle body. And also, of course, the reasoning behind having a dual O-ring setup like this is so that you can have a really nice seal while also having a little bit of room for articulation between your charge piping and the engine. Because if you just weld this directly to the charge pipe and all that other stuff, then if you need to take it off, it's a huge pain in the butt, as well as you can also introduce issues with breaking welds either on your intake or elsewhere, or just warping your throttle body. But either which way, beside the point, the main thing is to make this a nice and clean installation for you guys that are running high boost, maybe huge RPM fluctuations where you're going in boost and out of boost. This is nice because of the fact that instead of having your charge pipe attached to your throttle body using, say, a coupler, where you're really struggling to get enough clamping force from your hose clamp onto the coupler and then onto your throttle body, it's a lot of times most throttle bodies are going to be smooth as far as this is concerned, and so it's going to be kind of slippery. And so the charge pipe or at least the coupler itself will slip off of that, even with you torquing it down to as much as possible. So this is nice. It comes with the built-in groove. This is all machined in. This comes with the secondary part of the clamp that you weld to your charge pipe itself. So this is nice and clean. It's also CNC machined. It's not cast, so you're not having to deal with weird porosity issues as far as trying to TIG weld this. And then also, this is the sleeve that goes over the O-rings. Now, the big thing about this is super duper tight. Like, if I try to put this on dry right now, I'm going to be fighting it on video for 5 minutes while you guys laugh at me. I'm not going to be doing that. So use some silicone spray and everything. Try to get it lubed up and then get it all on there. It'll make it a lot easier whenever you guys are assembling your charge pipes afterwards. This is actually an effort in combination with Nick Williams, as well as our friends over at Race Part Solutions. These are really nice clamps. I've dealt with them before. They're actually really slick. And so really this right here, say you're going to have your charge pipe, your throttle body, and you've got this that you would be pushing down over your O-rings to seal there, and then you would clamp this shut. This is a 4-inch charge pipe. So, you know, for you guys, this is really kind of the common charge pipe diameter that a lot of people are going to now. You know, with this setup, a 103 millimeter throttle body is more than enough for, you know, north of 2,000 horsepower. We ran a very similar setup on our Gen 5 LT, the L8T that made over 2,000 on our engine dyno. So Kurt is like, yeah, 103 millimeters is plenty. But, you know, a lot of people have been moving over from 2.5 to or 3-inch or 3.5-inch piping to 4-inch now is a lot more common because of the fact that either charge piping or the intercooler sizes and stuff like that, you have a lot more commonality with that. And so this, of course, has a little check ball on it, locks it in, and it's good to go as far as that is concerned. And so you shouldn't have any issues with that working loose. And so I really like this just because of the fact that you have a little bit of give, but not a whole lot to where you're, you know, losing boost. So we have it for the LS cable driven as well as the electric at the moment. I haven't heard on anything for the Gen 5 LT, but just because of the fact that they already have this design ready to rock, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Williams will also offer this for Gen 5 LT. Really, it's just going to come down to people asking for it, but there hasn't really been much of a demand for it at the moment. But who knows? We'll see how that goes. Really, also, just be mindful. You know, this is the redesigned cable throttle body that we have. So for all this stuff, the electronics and everything, you need to transfer over. For you guys that didn't see the video before with the updated design, this also does not have the PCV hose routing on the underside. But if you're running a 103 millimeter throttle body and a turbo, you're probably not routing your PCV system the OEM route. So anyway, that's the thick and thin of it as far as this is concerned for the throttle bodies. This is a dual O-ring, Van Gen, double seal. Our friends over at Motion Raceworks have already got a cable throttle body like this with the option to be able to add a dual O-ring. We also carry that on our shelves as well. So if you don't want a Nick Williams, we have the Motion Raceworks setup as well. But so far, nobody has offered a machined electronic throttle body like this so far that I can tell. There's other options that people have offered. I've seen this all the way over, like there's companies over in Australia that even do this, that they bolt on a receiver that goes over the throttle body that adds a Van Gen clamp on top of it. So really, it just comes down to, you know, your budget, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to, you know, maybe make some concessions for. And, you know, these are a really nice component, especially for you guys that are spending a lot of money on other components elsewhere. It just ruins your race day when you're just having to try and figure out, bro, I don't have another, you know, I don't have another coupler or anything else like that. You're not, this one is going to be extremely rugged and durable as long as you guys are really good at welding your charge pipes. So with that, I also have a little friend that I wanted to add to the mix. So this is something else that Nick Williams is offering now. This is a OEM style casting. This is for your Hellcat superchargers. So this is the boost bypass valve that they use on the Hellcats. So this one, of course, has got the magic from Nick Williams with some updated electronics and a stronger torque motor. So that way, when you guys are really pushing your IHI style or Whipple superchargers that use this style bypass, there's been discussion about these either failing or having issues with being able to control the boost, and they start to leak boost as you're really laying into it. And so this one is supposed to, the design is to keep it clamped shut even when you're running, you know, maximum boost and high RPMs. This one, of course, is designed for the stock IHI supercharger. We do have on the website this product as well as the one that's modified to fit the Whipple, which has been trimmed down a little bit. just to allow clearance for the lid and everything, and good radiusing and all that fun stuff for the Whipple supercharger. So whenever you guys are doing these selections, make sure you pay attention to what you're getting on the drop down, or if you're thinking about maybe getting this, but you have an IHI blower at the moment, but maybe you've got the Whipple in your cart, maybe make that decision now instead of later, just because of the fact that you'll buy once, cry once. So anyway, that's pretty much it for our offerings from Nick Williams right now. These are already on the website and ready to rock and roll. We are very limited on the inventory of these at the moment, but it could change depending upon demand. So yeah, I really like these. These are cool. They're gonna look really neat. Just pop the hood and you're gonna see those things staring back at you, and somebody's gonna go, oh, you didn't cut corners. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. This is pretty much our basic product review. We've got some more projects on the way, and so make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and if you have any other recommendations, questions, product ideas, or anything else like that, that you would like some more information about, feel free to comment in our videos. I love reading the comments. Sometimes I don't really respond because you guys are commenting at 2 o'clock in the morning, but it's cool. I appreciate everybody that's been supportive of our channel so far and has been giving us some really good positive feedback and has given us some ideas for product testing in the future. So once again, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys next time.